Hey guys, it's Amir, and today we're back again with Fallout New Vegas, the no-hit run. Now the previous time, we finished up every single side quest in the entire game. So today, we're gonna move on and finally continue on with the main quest. And probably finish it this part as well. So, without too much talking, let's just immediately get into it. And let's head on over to the strip to talk to Ambassador Crocker. Now before I do anything, however, let me just head on over to the Mojave outpost and get all my weapons repaired fully. So let's repair this, and as well as my anti-material rifle. Hello.
I'm glad you could make it. I have something I wanted to discuss with you. It's a very important matter, and I have a strong feeling you're the perfect person for the job.
I'm listening.
I'm sure you've noticed that things are a little tense around here with all the issues between the NCR, the Legion, and Mr. House. It doesn't take a genius to see that something big is going to happen soon. To be honest with you, the NCR is in a tight spot. But if we fail now, it's the people here that are going to suffer the most. I'm not willing to let that happen, and I don't think you're the kind of person that would either.
You have my attention, go on.
To the northeast is a settlement. The locals here call them boomers. They are sitting on a munitions stockpile that would be invaluable to us. I would like you to get in contact with them, and then do whatever it takes to convince them to help us. Unfortunately, the boomers keep to themselves and are, let's say, hostile to all outsiders. That's why I need someone like you. Someone with your background and reputation would have a better chance of reaching them than anyone I have available. In exchange for your help, you would receive complete amnesty for any past crimes against the NCR, as well as additional benefits and perks. Do you think you would be able to do this for me?
Yeah, so now he's just gonna ask me to like make friends with a bunch of different factions all over the map. You know, seeing as I've done every single side quest, I've already done that. And so I'm gonna move through this main quest very quickly because of that. Actually, I already know them. We're good friends.
That's excellent news. So they'll help us, right?
They've agreed to help us.
Excellent work. I can't tell you how useful that will be. In any event, I have another assignment ready and waiting for you. But we can speak of it later.
And that completes the first one immediately.
To me again.
Yeah, how about we talk now?
It's good to see such an outstanding citizen of the NCR. What can I do for you, my friend?
Another assignment?
So I did. As you may have noticed, our position here in New Vegas is tenuous. We've made great strides, sure, but the NCR is not welcome here, merely tolerated. And even then, not by everyone. We've had reports of violence against NCR citizens in a neighborhood just to the northeast called Freeside. Ever been there?
Yes, what of it?
Violence is something of a way of life there, but there's been a disturbing rise in the number of attacks on our people lately. More worrying is the fact that our sources suggest the violence is being perpetrated by the gang that runs the place, the Kings. I need someone to look into this that won't attract attention. Would you be interested?
Sure, I'll look into it.
Good. Our men have come up with two different plans for seeing an end to the violence. First, our sources have tracked most of the attacks back to a king named Pacer. The consensus is that the violence will stop if he's removed. The problem is we can't simply kill him. In the current climate, the NCR would likely be blamed for his death. There is an alternative option, but my sources feel that getting rid of this Pacer fellow is our best shot.
Alright, I'm not an assassin.
In that case, we could take a different tact, but one that I at least have more experience with: diplomacy. If we can't go after the man responsible, we'll simply appeal to the man above him. The Kings, including our friend Pacer, report to the leader of their gang, a man who calls himself the King.
Okay, well, I know all about these guys, so what do you need me to do?
Go and talk to the King. Try to convince him to put an end to this violence. Pacer's a punk, but he won't likely disobey a direct order. The King might not be open to the idea at first, so you may have to integrate yourself with him. Do whatever it takes. When it's done, one way or the other, report back here, and we'll take it from there.
Alright, I'll talk to him.
I wish you luck. If you run into some difficulty and think you'd rather just take the shot with Pacer, that's fine too.
So there's actually like loads of different ways to kill Pacer and make it look like an accident and all that. But seeing as I'm such good buddies with the King already, this is going to be real easy. Now, as you might remember all those parts ago, when I helped the King out with his quest, he gave me one favor that I could cash in at any time, and I haven't done that yet. So what I'm going to do now, with that favor that I got, about that favor you owe me.
Ask away.
I need you to stop the violence against NCR citizens in Freeside.
Whoa, that's a doozy. Truth be told, I don't even know if I can pull something like that off.
The kings will follow your leadership.
Damn straight they will. It's some of the other locals that I'm worried about. On second thought, if I can whip this band of hooligans into obedience, a stray tough guy or two shouldn't be a problem. Okay, you've got a deal. No more violence against the NCR on my watch. But this makes us even, you hear?
Alright, cool. And it immediately completes everything, and I just sidestepped it all just by cashing in that one favor I had. Spoke to the king, and he promised to stop the violence against NCR citizens.
That's great to hear. He's got a lot of sway in Freeside, so we can expect a dramatic drop in violence soon. Now, you're probably wondering about your reward. This has been something of a hot-button topic, so I was able to secure this for you.
And completes King's Gambit, and glad to be of service.
I've received a message from Colonel Moore up at Hoover Dam. She's been following your exploits and has requested that you meet with her. You're not officially in the employ of the NCR, so there's nothing forcing you to go. But I'd go see her sooner rather than later. The Colonel is not someone you want to keep waiting.
Or die.
NCR should take this chance, now that Mr. House is out of the way.
And that starts For the Republic Part 2. And now we actually need to head on over to Hoover Dam for the first time. Right. Now the road to Hoover Dam is luckily quite safe. Into the offices. And then finally, Colonel Moore.
Good, you made it. I've been receiving reports about the savior of the NCR for a while now, and wanted to meet you myself. You've proven yourself especially capable, and right now I can use all the capable people I can get. Crocker gets handed the fluff missions that no one else wants to do. When people need something really important done, they come to me. Usually I dispatch one or more rangers to see these things through, but I'm a little short-handed at the moment. Think you're up for a real mission?
Yes, ma'am.
Since the majority of my men are on assignment dealing with the Legion, I need someone to handle other matters that have arisen. Make no mistake, there's a battle coming, and I intend to make sure there are no loose ends when the time comes. One such loose end is a gang known as the Great Khans. Have you heard of them?
The cons won't be a problem to anyone ever again.
Good riddance. You've had reports for years that they're the ones who supply the fiends with chems, but no one's done anything about it. In any event, no one will miss them. And I've got another mission for you. We've had some disturbing reports recently concerning the Omertas, one of the 3 families that run the Strip. Our intelligence has discovered that high-ranking members of the Omertas have been having clandestine meetings for the past several months. We haven't been able to determine whom they've been meeting with, but if it's Caesar's men, we'll need to act. I need you to uncover what they're up to and stop it if it threatens the NCR. Any questions?
The Meritas were up to something big, but I stopped them.
Excellent. You'd think living in the lap of luxury and power would be enough for some people, but no. Now that that's out of the way, let's see. Mr. House was a concern, but someone conveniently dealt with him for us. Oh, that reminds me. You might be happy to know that your efforts haven't gone unnoticed. The brass have been throwing around the idea of having the president visit the dam for a while now, to rally the troops and boost morale and such. With our recent achievements, they finally feel secure enough to stage the damn thing. But while it's being planned, I have one last mission for you. Several years ago, we managed to wrest the Helios 1 solar power station from the Brotherhood of Steel chapter local to this area. It was a crushing victory, but no one's heard a peep from the Brotherhood since. Most people assume the Brotherhood is scattered and not a threat. Recently, we've had scouts go missing in an area west of Helios, and I'm concerned that the Brotherhood is involved. I want you to find them, and once you do, finish them for good. Any questions?
Alright, well, is there no peaceful way to resolve this?
Don't even think about it. Any Brotherhood survivors likely harbor a deep grudge against us. We can't afford to leave such an enemy alive. Any other objections? Maybe you'd like to bring the Brotherhood some flowers.
Now, funny enough, she's actually wrong about this, and you can't actually go for a peaceful resolution, which is what I'm gonna do. No, ma'am.
Dismissed.
Die. What an asshole.
It's pretty funny that she gave me like 3 different assignments, and I'm like, oh yeah, I already dealt with that. Yep, already dealt with that too. That? Oh yeah, no, I already did that. Easy. The NCR is currently looking to destroy you.
I suppose it was only a matter of time. I wonder if, given the NCR's current situation, they would consider a truce of sorts. We've given up our claim to Helios, and we don't have any interest in claiming Hoover Dam, so our ambitions are not at crossed purposes. Perhaps it's time for a new strategy. Go to the NCR commander and tell her the Brotherhood is willing to put aside our enmity for the time being. Further, tell her that we are willing to send troops to aid in their coming defense of the dam. My guess is they're in no position to refuse.
Alright, Cool. So now I can just return to Colonel Moore. Here we are, Colonel Moore.
Has the Brotherhood been found?
You're literally standing next to a Brotherhood soldier. Yeah, they're supporting the NCR.
And you believed them? Do you have any idea how long we've been fighting those bastards? Ugh, Crocker will have a field day with this. He'll want to establish diplomatic relations with them, for Pete's sake. But we've got more important matters to attend to.
Actually get a little bit of infamy for that.
The President is due to arrive soon, and we're sure the Legion won't waste such an opportunity. I want you to assist the security detail we've prepared for the President. His safety is critical to maintaining the men's fighting spirit. Go up to the Visitors Center and speak to Ranger Grant. He's in charge of security during the President's visit. Dismissed.
Alright, and that completes For the Republic 2. And that ends the quest, you'll know it when it happens.
I've heard of you. I'm glad you're here to help us out. This is a delicate matter, and we need all the help we can get from people we can trust. We've got a lot to do to prepare for the President's visit, and not much time. Once we start, we'll be on a strict timetable. Are you ready?
Yep, all set. Now there's a bunch of different ways to do this quest, because the Legion is going to try a bunch of different things to try and kill the President. They're going to have a sniper, they're going to have a bomb, they're going to have so many different things, which only needs to prevent one of these things, and then the President flies off and he's safe. So, I already know what I'm going to do. I'm all set.
Good. The President doesn't arrive until tomorrow. Get some rest. I'll brief you in the morning. Glad you could join us. Most of my men are already on duty, and the crowd has already started gathering outside. We've got a busy day ahead of us.
Alright, let's get the show on the road.
President Kimball is arriving shortly. If you want to do any last-minute security sweeps or take a look around for anything suspicious, do it now. Once you're ready, meet me outside on the observation deck. Don't take too long.
Yeah, I'm all set. You could investigate for more, but that's fine. Alright, Ranger Grant.
Have you finished your security sweep?
I'm ready.
Looks like that's his vertibird coming right now. It's showtime. Let's not mess this up. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some security procedures to oversee.
Right, so what I'm just gonna do real quick is talk to this guy.
No one can go upstairs without authorization.
I've always wanted to see the President's vertibird.
Sorry, no can do.
Pretty please?
Okay, just this once. Make it quick, though. I don't want to get in trouble for this.
Oh, thanks. So I'm just gonna go up here. Now there's this one very suspicious engineer here. And he's gonna do one thing as soon as the vertibird touches down.
Hey.
So he just calmly walks over to the thing, does something, and then goes away. But with repair or explosives 50 or higher, I can examine the vertibird. And then... oh, it turns out it's a bomb. I skillfully disable it. And with that done, however, all I need to do now is just... quickly talk to him.
I'm busy with security matters.
No, seriously, dude.
Busy with security matters.
Uh-huh, okay.
Come back in a minute. I'm busy with security matters.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for coming out here today for this very special occasion. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the President of the new California...
There's also something else I can try.
Kimball.
Thank you, fellow Californians.
Oh, we'll see.
So far to answer the call to service put forth by the Republic. It is for you that I have come here. And it is because of you that I am able to do so. We enjoy our privileges because you take
Ranger.
We'll be keeping an eye out for anything
and are prepared
suspicious.
to make the most noble...
I found a bomb on the President's vertibird.
A bomb on the President's vertibird. Only a limited number of people had access to the vertibird. We have to get the President out of here now. I'll cancel the speech and have security search the area. We can't relax until we get the President out of here safely.
It is because men and women like Private First Class, Jeremy Warner,
Alright.
that Nevada and the new California Republic remain free.
Pretty sure he'll get evacuated in just a moment.
On the outskirts of mine. Jeremy Watson's never had it easy. His father worked as a caravan guard on the short route.
And as you can see, a sniper tried to fire, but fortunately that didn't really seem to work because he misfired, which is what happens if you at least disable the bomb. For some reason the sniper also misfires and kills the guy next to the president instead. But that's fine, they immediately evacuate. And that's mission complete. Like I said, a bunch of different ways to do this mission. This is just the easiest, if you've got the skill for it. Otherwise you just go to that tower over there, because you see like someone being thrown off, and then the guy over there is a Legion sniper, and you need to take him out instead. Both ways work though. Alright, that you'll know when it happens, complete.
Is the president safe?
Departed safely.
Good. His death could have had a major impact on morale. This whole affair was ill-advised from the start, and I, for one, am glad it's over. While you were out, General Oliver arrived and briefed all senior officers regarding a change in our strategy. I'm not at liberty to divulge what was said, but I've been instructed to send you to him immediately. He set up his camp in the office area at the south end of this power plant. Dismissed.
Alright. So, it's time for the battle for Hoover Dam, finally. Now, before I do the final battle though, there's two important things that I need in order to actually survive this whole ordeal. One is because of something that I forgot, and I just want a good ending for a faction, so I just need to head on over to Freeside real quick. So, back at the old Roman fort, and I just really need to talk to Julie real quick.
If things don't go well at the dam, all of our efforts here could be for nothing. I hope to God the Legion doesn't win control.
I think the followers should support NCR in the coming battle to them.
Why should we support the NCR? Their continual operational incompetence gets their soldiers killed, and they hold a monopoly on water in the Mojave.
They won't have nearly enough doctors without the followers' support.
But the followers aren't fighters. We get annihilated as frontline medics.
The followers would act to support safely away from combat.
In that case, they'll have our support. We cannot afford to let the Legion win.
Alright. There's just one thing that I need to do now. Let's head on over to the Caesar's Legion safe house real quick, because I'm gonna need at least 3 stealth boys for what I'm about to do next. So, before I head in, of course, don't forget, Legion armor. Alright, wait a few days, Atticus is back. Get me some supplies. Stealth boys. Cool. Alright, I believe I have 3 now. I do indeed, which is more than enough. And now over back to the dam. I think I've done everything I need to do now, so let's do this.
Well, you took your sweet-ass time coming here. Let's get down to brass tacks. We need to get this thing moving if we want to keep the element of surprise.
Alright, what's this all about?
You've done some great work for us up to this point, and we're hoping to use your unique abilities to aid us once again. Thanks to the task my subordinates have delegated to you, the NCR now has a unique opportunity.
And what opportunity is that?
We now have a chance to take the fight to those bastards on their home turf. I'm in the beginning stages of planning out an assault on the fort. I've made calls to our allies, and they're on their way to our position. Once our forces are in place in garrison here, we'll begin our assault.
Sir, I don't know what happened. A bunch of Legionnaires just stormed into the power station.
Into the power station? How is that possible?
I don't know, sir. There was some talk of them entering through the clog intake tunnels, but I don't have any confirmation. On my way up here, there was some chatter about their commander, the Legate I think he's called, set up at some kind of base on the eastern bank.
Okay, listen here. Unless we can get some additional support, I'm gonna need you to help me resolve this situation. You need to make your way to this camp they have on the eastern bank and take out the Legate. That should hamstring this attack.
Alright, I'll take care of them.
Thanks for your support. I'll make sure the NCR emergency radio is up and running. Go kill those bastards.
Good gracious. The Legion is using the intake tunnels to storm their way into the dam. Someone has to stop them.
So, another optional objective that you have here is by taking care of the Legion in the intake tunnels, by like turning them on so that they all die in there. But you don't need to do that, and in fact it doesn't really change anything as long as you just make it your way to the Legate. So I'm not gonna do that, because, as I said, it doesn't change anything, and the most risky part of this entire fight is at the very beginning here. because it's just gonna be a group of NCR soldiers shooting at a bunch of legionaries who just constantly keep following me. And obviously, that's not something that I want. And this is also the part that I'm gonna need the stealth boys for, because I'm actually gonna not try to fight these guys in the flylift. Instead, what I'm gonna do is to stealth my way past them as quickly as I can with the stealth boys. Now, you'll see that even with the stealth boys, for some reason, they keep like walking up to me, even though they have no idea where I am at. I don't know why they do it, but it's kind of weird, but that's just what they do. But that's totally fine, because there's absolutely zero way they'll ever spot me for some reason. Like, they can literally just be like brushing up to me and they still won't spot me. So what I'm gonna do is completely ignore all the fighting, use the stealth boys, and make my way to the outside area. Because once I make my way there, then I don't really need the stealth boys anymore, and this fight is a lot more doable. So I can handle them, no problem.
Okay. Be careful out there.
So, immediately crouch down, because the fighting immediately starts outside the door here. Pop a stealth boy. Get the submachine gun in case I do need to shoot someone. But besides that, just walk past all this. Just gotta make my way through here. Yep. More of them over here. That's fine. As you can see, they're actually following me, which is hilarious. Even though they don't know I'm here. And I know this looks very, very scary, but you can see they haven't hit me a single time yet. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but if a character isn't aiming at you in this game, and they shoot near you, there's like absolutely zero chance they'll hit you. Except for like with an incinerator, I believe. But aside from that, like, these guys are not gonna hit me no matter what. So I'm just gonna make my way to the exit as fast as possible. So just gonna keep moving. Keep it going. Yeah, good luck to you guys. And then at the end here, just gonna go up here real quick. And then I believe I need to go to this side actually. And then over to there. Wait, let me just check real quick. Okay, no, it's on this side. Gotcha. So just keep moving. I'm really glad I got the perk that makes stealth boys last twice as long. That was a good move on my part. Now I can just keep moving. As soon as my stealth boy runs out though, I immediately need to like pump another one. Alright. Now, that's the riskiest part of this entire thing done, luckily. You might be thinking, you know, oh, they're all clustered in a group, why didn't you use explosive ammo, for instance? Because if my explosive ammo actually accidentally hits one of the NCR guys, then they all go hostile to me as well. So that's pretty much just GG instantly. Okay, now with that done, this part here is luckily a lot more doable, as long as I just keep it moving. And take care of these guys from a distance. There we go. I can just snipe them long before they're anywhere near me, so that's exactly what I intend to do. Let's go like this. And more of them will pop up as I get closer, but that's fine. There they are. So just wait. That's 3 of them all gone in one go. More of them haven't spawned yet. So just keep moving. Okay, now there should be more of them there in just a sec. There they are. That's the boomers being kind enough to help me out. That's now before more of them come in. Like that. I should just head on out into here now. Alright, so that's one checkpoint done. Moving on. Just to be entirely safe at this point, I'm gonna pop yet another stealth boy. Okay, now, just because the beginning part there's gonna be a lot of them up close, I need to go back to the submachine gun. So if I use the anti-material rifle, even with the stealth boy, because this isn't completely silent, it's only suppressed, they're gonna know that I'm here. So, back to the submachine gun. And there you are.
Thanks for the support back there. We've been assigned to ensure you make it to the Legate. How can we be of assistance?
So what you can say is you have superior firepower, so just overwhelm them. But honestly, that's just gonna make things a lot more messy, because that means I can't really use my explosive ammo, because I might hit these guys and then they'll go hostile. So you know what? I just need some snipers to cover my advance.
Roger that. I'll have snipers move to position.
Alright, perfect. And I'll just do this on my own. So yeah, the beginning part, these guys again. There's the remnants, also here to help out. And now, oh, I'm leveling up apparently. That's nice, sure. Let's put some into survival, why not? As for this... God, what do I need? Math ref, why not? Let me just... do that. Okay, now don't use this anymore. Unless they're far away. I'm just gonna keep moving now to the Legate, come on. Oh wait, there's someone up ahead. Okay. See if I can get a better position. There we go. There's a bunch of them fighting over there, but that's fine. All I gotta do is just move out now. Just keep it moving. We're almost there already, luckily. Okay, one more. Alright, with him taken care of, I should be able to just safely make my way there now. Into the Legate's camp. Okay, that was odd. And Cannibal Johnson's actually here to help, which is nice. Just take care of you real quick. Uh-oh. Shit, he's actually shooting at me. Did he get me? He did not, okay. I forgot that I should not have shot at him with that could have ended real badly, actually. That could have ended the run right there, but we're good. Just gonna keep moving now. Almost there. Okay. Bunch more legionaries apparently up ahead. You know what? I'll pop the stealth boy in just a moment. Alright, so Leggett's camp. Slowly. Just gonna make my way over to there, then we're done. If I can just... So I'm just gonna go for it now. Move, 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 move. Here's a bunch of NCR Rangers. We're gonna try and fight the Leggett, but it's not gonna work out for them. They're gonna be pretty much cut down immediately. Apparently Cannibal Johnson is still going on, which is very impressive of him.
And who are you to come before me?
There we go.
You bear the insignia of the bear, yet you do not wear it as a soldier of the West wears it.
What, Caesar giving you orders beyond the grave?
Kaiser's will is the will of the Legion and the West. All beneath the flag of the Great Bear exists to test the strength of the Legion. The West shall fall as the East fell, and all the tribes that stretch to the setting sun shall bear the mark of the Legion.
Maybe you're willing to listen to reason.
I see you fight with words, like all beneath the flag of the bear. Let us hope your skill with weapons proves greater.
But have you considered Speech 55?
So you seek quarter? Terms of surrender? Our roads into NCR are hung with the bodies of those who attempted to negotiate with us. Save your speeches. We will take Hoover Dam and move forward until our feet crush the setting sun beneath them.
But what about Speech 65, though?
Hoover Dam has never seen the mass strength of the East. Only legates such as Graham, who deserve the fire Kaiser blessed him with. Now I am here, and make markers of your people as the Legion carves its way west.
And then what of the East?
You speak in circles. What of the East? I am the East, and I will prove it this day.
But have you considered Speech 85?
The victory here shall be swift. Our forces shall take the dam, secure it, then build a road west on the bodies of the NCR. The East will hold. Once across the Colorado, nothing to rival Hoover Dam remains.
Nope, Speech 100.
Your weakness? You seek to thwart me by claiming the Legion is too strong for you?
Consider this, Speech 100.
That does not mean we would not succeed.
Yeah, but, you know, Speech 100 again.
The East was a hard-fought campaign. Even now, Kaiser drew too much of the Legion's blood needed there for this. Hoover Dam is but a place. I will not have it be the gravestone of the Legion, whether quickly, or as you describe, slowly, by attrition.
There's victory in wisdom.
As for wisdom, there is wisdom in your words, woman of the West. Know that I shall return east. I shall not remain there forever. On that day, the strength of the bear shall be tested. If the West is one day filled with ones such as you, perhaps it shall be a worthy fight indeed.
If you feel that war matters that much, perhaps you'll get some bitches instead.
My coming would have saved you, set your people free in ways they cannot see. War would have tested them, broken the weak with its violence, yet allowing the strong to arise. Violence gave you that strength, awakened you. I can see it upon your face, where 2 bullets left their mark. Perhaps it is unfortunate Wolpex was not here to hear your words. Something tells me you would prove more than his match. Until the day when our armies meet again, NCR. I shall wait for you on the battlefield.
Alright. Now with that done, I can just safely walk back to General Oliver. And I'm pretty sure These guys are going to continue fighting, but I don't have to. Saying that. You know what? Things are still red on my compass marks. I'm pretty sure I didn't have to fight them, but I'm just gonna do this. Better to safe than sorry, right? Oh, it's because of those dogs. Yeah, no, we're totally fine. So, boom.
That's a fine bit of work back there. Truth told, I'm surprised you made it out of there in one piece. You and the dam. I'm impressed to say the least, and that's no easy thing. You've secured NCR's future. The administration sends its thanks for what it's worth.
Sometimes I wonder if NCR wouldn't lose the whole West if they weren't sitting on it.
Look, the NCR isn't everyone here, and it definitely ain't you. It's filled with people that take action and don't wait for someone to say what's right and wrong and make sure the proper form's filled out. When there's an example of that kind of success, that can shake things up enough so the good that came with the intention shines through.
Alright, well, if there's nothing else, I'll head out now.
Can't keep the courier spirit down, eh? Fair enough. We'll clean up here. Kind of curious how this is going to pan out in the long run, but I guess history will tell us in its own sweet time.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. The new California Republic celebrated its second victory at Hoover Dam, establishing definitive control over the entire Mojave Wasteland. Soon after, they negotiated terms to annex the Strip, Freeside, and many surrounding communities. The Mojave Wasteland, at long last, had entirely fallen under the NCR's banner. The courier, fair and even-handed in her dealings throughout the wasteland, was honored by the NCR for her support of the military at Hoover Dam. She was presented with the Golden Branch, the highest civilian decoration given by the Republic.
Tabitha and Rhonda went east, through Caesar's land. Occasionally, tales of their exploits found their way back west, though few believed them. Eventually, the stories concerning the duo were collected and published, and proved to be quite popular with children.
Invigorated by his travels with the courier, Raul once more took up his guns in memory of his lost Rafaela. Soon after, the Mojave was filled with tales of the ghost vaquero who hunts down those who prey on the weak.
With the help of the gunrunners, the Boomers developed a healthy trading relationship with the NCR. Eventually, the Boomers began wandering out into the wasteland, while still preventing outsiders from entering Nellis.
The Brotherhood and the NCR in the Mojave Wasteland declared an official truce, despite continued hostilities between the two in the West. As per their agreement, the NCR handed over all suits of salvaged power armor, and in return, the Brotherhood helped patrol I-15 and Highway 95.
Despite her departure from the group, the Brotherhood's peace treaty with NCR came as some relief to Veronica. Though she remained friendly with surface patrols, she was never again permitted to enter the bunker she once called home. Fearing for the safety of anyone she associated with, she continued her solitary life as a scavenger. But reports would emerge from Mojave scientists and social workers of old equipment miraculously repaired, and research notes mysteriously completed.
Their leaders destroyed by the courier, the fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and Driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
After the NCR's victory at the dam, in part thanks to follower medical support, NCR allowed the followers to care for refugees as they see fit. Old Mormon Fort expanded its services and was able to aid more people, becoming a refuge for the less fortunate citizens of New Vegas.
Arcade had hoped that Freeside would be able to remain independent of NCR rule. But he was glad that Caesar's Legion had been stopped at Hoover Dam. He tended to the sick in Freeside for a while longer, then returned to NCR territory to become a teacher with the followers there.
Good Springs saw more trade along I-15 after NCR gained control of the Mojave Wasteland. But with that came a heavy burden of the Republic's taxes. Some old-timers, unable to handle the cost, were forced to move on, grumbling all the while.
In the years following the destruction of Cassidy caravans, NCR used evidence of the plot to blackmail the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. NCR enacted strict trade laws with little resistance, strengthening their supply lines and their position in the Mojave. Cass survived to see the NCR flag flying proud over Hoover Dam, and thought for a moment, this is what a hero must feel like. She was about to tell the courier not to get too proud of herself. Then she figured, she knew that already. So she laughed, said fuck it all, and raised a bottle to the dam and the ones who had fought for it. As far as she was concerned, the whole thing was proof that playing out a bad hand can pay off in the end, as long as a woman like the courier was holding the cards.
During the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Great Khans quickly evacuated Red Rock Canyon and headed north and east into the plains of Wyoming. There, they reconnected with the followers of the Apocalypse and rebuilt their strength. Bolstered by ancient knowledge of governance, economics, and transportation, they carved a mighty empire out of the ruins of the Northwest.
Thanks to the courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
After the NCR victory at Hoover Dam, the temporary truce between them and the Kings blossomed into a full-scale relief effort for the people. While the NCR made repeated entreaties that Freeside join the Republic, the Kings steadfastly maintained their independence.
After Ray's brain was transplanted into Rex's cybernetic body, it took Rex some time to adjust to the old scrapyard dog's memories. Eventually, Rex's mind settled peacefully, melding his own memories with that of long travels with old Lady Gibson.
Shaped up by the courier's advice, the Misfits distinguished themselves during the Legion's attack on Camp Golf. Mags was finally promoted to sergeant, and the rest of the Misfits received an official commendation. They continued to serve with distinction for many years.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Looking for a place where he could be of some use, Boone found himself re-enlisting with his old unit. Though his regrets remained in his thoughts, they coalesced into a purpose, and Boone embraced it. He spent his leave time hunting down slavers in the desert, his first recon beret the last thing they never saw.
After Hoover Dam, the leaderless powder gangers at the correctional facility vanished into the wastes, leaving the prison empty. The correctional facility became another abandoned ruin in the wasteland, its carcass occasionally picked over by enterprising prospectors.
After the Vault 19 powder gang surrendered to the NCR, they were reincorporated into the correctional system. The NCR did increase their sentences, and they aren't about to take off time for good behavior.
Prim Slim proves to be an able-minded, if not able-bodied, sheriff for Prim. And due to his slow speed, some crooks get away without a scratch. But Prim continues to prosper under his watchful, robotic eye.
Defying Chief Hanlon's worst fears, NCR's Rangers persevered and distinguished themselves during the Second Battle of Hoover Dam. The Rangers, along with NCR's many troopers, shared the glory of victory. Hanlon wisely stayed out of the spotlight, crediting General Oliver's leadership for NCR's success. After a brief fanfare, Hanlon stepped down as chief and returned to the peace and quiet of his ranch outside of Redding.
After their bold arrival at Hoover Dam, the remnants disappeared as quickly as they came, Legends of their power spread throughout the Southwest, a reminder of why people once feared the sight of vertibirds in the sky.
And so the Courier's Road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
And so with that, we've finally beaten Fallout New Vegas without getting hit a single time. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, just to see if it's possible. And the cool thing is that the more parts I did and the further along I got, the more I realized just how possible this actually is. Even in situations where you think that you will 100% get hit, it turns out there's always a way around, which is one of the many reasons why I absolutely adore this game. So now I can actually say that I've beaten this game fully without getting hit once. However, that doesn't mean that it's the end of this challenge run just yet. We still have 2 full DLCs to go, of course. And in my mind, these 2 are the most difficult DLCs without a doubt. So next time, we'll be starting off with Old World Blues, a DLC that goes all kinds of crazy places. So I hope you're all looking forward to that. I'm really excited to start that off. Until then, however, I just want to say thank you all for watching. This has been Fallout New Vegas, the no-hit run, having finally completed the base game fully, and I'll see you all next time.